For heaven's sake, catch me before I kill more. I cannot control myself. The city of Chicago in the mid 1940s was gripped by fear. A killer was on the loose, leaving behind grotesque crime scenes and eerie messages in lipstick. Who was the lipstick killer? And did the man convicted of these crimes truly commit them? This is the story of William Heirens and the chilling legacy of the lipstick killer. The terror began in June 1945 when 42-year-old Josephine Rose was found dead in her Chicago apartment. She had been stabbed multiple times, her throat slashed, and her body staged in a way that suggested a meticulous killer. No valuables were taken, leaving police baffled about the motive. 6 months later, another woman, Frances Brown, was discovered in her apartment. She had been shot in the head and stabbed, and the words, "For heaven's sake, catch me before I kill more, I cannot control myself," were smeared on the wall in her own lipstick. The city was paralyzed with fear, but the worst was yet to come. In January 1946, 6-year-old Suzanne Degnan was abducted from her bedroom. Hours later, her dismembered body was discovered in a sewer near her home, sparking a public outcry for justice. The pressure on the law enforcement was immense. In June 1947, 17-year-old William Heirens, a petty thief with a history of burglary, was arrested after being caught during a butch robbery. Police claimed Heirens confessed to the murders after an intense and allegedly coercive interrogation process that spanned several days. The evidence against Heirens was largely circumstantial. His handwriting bore a resemblance to the lipstick message, and authorities claimed they found items in his possession that linked him to the crimes. However, many of the connections were tenuous at best. Under the threat of the death penalty, Heirens pleaded guilty to the murders in exchange for 3 life sentences. His confession included bizarre claims such as an alternative personality named George being responsible for the killings, a narrative Heirens later disavowed. For decades, questions have lingered about William Heirens' guilt. Advocates for his innocence pointed to inconsistencies in his confession and a lack of defined forensic evidence tying him to the crimes. Critics argue that police and prosecutors, under immense public pressure, needed a scapegoat to close the case. Heirens maintained his innocence until his death in 2012, spending 65 years in prison, the longest serving inmate in Illinois history at the time. The true identity of the lipstick killer remains a topic of debate, with some believing the real predator evaded justice. The case of the lipstick killer stands as a chilling chapter in America's criminal history, a story of horror, fear, and the enduring mysteries of whether the wrong man paid the ultimate price. The lipstick killer's gruesome crimes and eerie messages terrified the city and shocked the nation. But was William Heirens truly the monster behind the murders, or was he an easy target in the time of desperation? The truth, like the killer's chilling message, may forever remain smeared in doubt.